Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The View, where today's hot topic is nothing short of explosive as we sit down with the one and only Keanu Reeves, the man who's captured hearts from the neon streets of The Matrix to the heartfelt highways of John Wick. The studio lights buzz with that familiar energy, the audience clapping in waves as Keanu steps out, his long dark hair framing a face that's equal parts philosopher and action hero, dressed in a simple black leather jacket over a white tee, exuding that effortless cool that's made him a Hollywood enigma for decades. Whoopi Goldberg kicks things off with her signature warmth, leaning into the microphone with a grin that lights up the room. Keanu, honey, it's been too long. We've got you here promoting your latest project. But first, spill. How does a guy who's dodged bullets in a dozen films keep that zen vibe in real life? The crowd chuckles, phones already out capturing every moment, and Keanu settles into the plush couch, his smile soft but genuine, crossing one leg over the other as he replies in that measured, velvety tone. You know, Whoopi, it's all about breath. In the chaos of a scene, you pause, you center. Life's the same, bullets or boardrooms. It's the pause that saves you. Sunny Hostin nods enthusiastically, her earrings catching the light, chiming in with, I love that. But come on, Keanu, you've got this reputation as the nicest guy in Hollywood. Remember that story about you giving up your seat on the subway? Or donating millions to leukemia research after your sister's battle? Is that all true or just good PR? Keanu's eyes crinkle at the corners, a hint of humility washing over him as he waves it off gently. Nah, it's just what you do for family. My sister's my rock. She'd do the same for me. The atmosphere in the studio thickens like fog rolling in off the Hudson, the audience's applause from the previous laugh line fading into an uneasy hush as Joy Behar doubles down, her lips curling into that trademark smirk that's equal parts comedian and interrogator. Leaning so far forward her necklace swings like a pendulum. Come on, Keanu. Don't dodge. We've all seen the tabloids, motorcycle wrecks, mysterious exes, that whole sad Keanu meme from years back. Is it depression or just method acting bleeding into life? Be honest. The fans want the real you, not this bullet-dodging saint routine. The words slice through the air, sharp and personal, drawing gasps from the front row. A young woman clutching her John Wick poster looking wide-eyed, while backstage producers exchange frantic glances, fingers hovering over control panels. Keanu's posture changes subtly, shoulders squaring, hands clasping in his lap as if grounding himself against a wave. And he meets Joy's gaze directly, his voice low but resonant, carrying the weight of a man who's stared down worse than morning show banter. Joy, memes are funny until they're not. That bench? I was waiting for a friend. Eating a sandwich. Depression? Sure, I've felt it, the losses pile up, but I don't wear it like a badge. And my life? It's mine, not fodder for your ratings bump. The panel freezes. Sunny's mouth opens in a silent, oh. Sarah fanning herself with a cue card. Whoopi murmuring a soft phew, boy. Under her breath as the audience erupts in a mix of cheers and shocked whispers, the energy crackling like static before a storm. Joy, unfazed or perhaps fueled by the heat, laughs it off with a wave, but her eyes gleam with challenge. Ratings? Honey, this is journalism. You're John Wick, you avenge the personal. Chaos descends upon the set like a sudden squall, the audience on their feet now, a cacophony of support and shock rippling through the rows as Keanu Reeves towers, his frame silhouetted against the glittering New York skyline backdrop, chest rising and falling with the effort of restraint that's finally cracking under Joy Behar's unyielding barrage. Joy, her face flushed but defiant, gestures wildly with her hands, the rings on her fingers flashing like warning signals, retorting without missing a beat. Prophet? This is conversation. Keanu, you're the one who brought up loss. Own it. Hollywood eats vulnerability for breakfast. If you can't handle the heat, why show up? Her words fuel the fire, the panel splintering. Whoopi slamming her hand on the desk in a rare show of frustration. Joy, enough. This ain't therapy hour. While Sunny and Sarah exchange horrified glances, Sarah whispering hot mic, oh God, cut to commercial. But the director holds, ratings be damned, capturing every taut second for the masses. Keanu, voice trembling with a rage that's philosophical rather than feral, points a finger not in threat but emphasis. His eyes blazing with the intensity of a man whose scripted apocalypse is now living one. Handle the heat? I've lived it. Car accidents, betrayals, the industry chewing up souls like candy. But you, Joy, you weaponize grief for giggles. My daughter's name was Ava, 8 months. Gone. Say it if you're so brave or shut this down. The revelation hits like a sonic boom, the studio gasping as one, tears streaming down faces in the crowd. A mother in the third row sobbing openly, clutching her own child's hand. While social media explodes with hashtag Protect Keanu and hashtag Joy Cross the Line surging to global trends. Clips already dissected on TikTok and Twitter. In the wake of Keanu's dramatic departure, the studio feels cavernous. The empty guest chair a glaring void under the harsh lights. The audience still buzzing like a hive disturbed. Some standing in ovation for his bold exit. Others whispering in clusters about the humanity laid bare on national TV. Whoopi Goldberg takes the helm with her inimitable gravitas, fanning the air as if to disperse the tension. Her voice steady yet laced with emotion. Folks, that was raw. Keanu Reeves just dropped truth bombs and walked, and we respect it. Joy, your thoughts. Joy Behar, uncharacteristically subdued, dabs at her eyes with a tissue, her usual armor cracked, replying hoarsely, I crossed a line. He shared so much heart, and I poked the bear. Apologies to Keanu, to you all. Sometimes my mouth runs ahead of my manners. The admission draws a smattering of applause, the crowd forgiving in its empathy, while Sunny Hostin leans in, her legal mind sharp. It's a lesson for us all, boundaries in banter. Keanu's grace under fire? Iconic. But Joy, that question about his losses? Oof. Sarah Haynes nods vigorously, tears glistening. I cried when he mentioned his daughter. We forgot we're talking to a person, not a soundbite machine. The panel unpacks the fallout live, phones lighting up the audience like fireflies as texts pour in. Team Keanu forever. And producers cue fan calls. A viewer from LA gushing, Keanu, if you're watching, you're our hero for calling it out. Cut to split-screen hypotheticals of Keanu in a green room, perhaps pacing or meditating. His team buzzing around him with water and words of support. The star reclaiming his narrative off-air. Back on set, Whoopi pivots to reflection. This show's about views, pun intended. But today's view is empathy. Keanu's taught us. Fame reflecting on the whirlwind week post-confrontation. Keanu Reeves emerges not as victim but victor. His quiet dignity amplified across airwaves and algorithms. The internet a veritable echo chamber of admiration, as clips from The View loop endlessly, dissected by podcasters from Joe Rogan to Call Her Daddy, each host marveling at the measured might of his meltdown. Keanu didn't yell. He thundered. Rogan booms on his show, replaying the Ava revelation with reverent pause, inviting therapists to unpack the psychology of public pain. While on the flip side, conservative outlets like Fox spin it as Hollywood hypocrisy exposed. Joy Behar catching flack from talking heads decrying liberal ambush tactics. Keanu, holed up in his Los Angeles Hills home, surrounded by bookshelves groaning under philosophy tomes and motorcycle blueprints, fields calls from agents ecstatic over the promo paradox. Ticket pre-sales for his new flick skyrocketing 300%. Theaters adding midnight showings on the buzz alone. He chuckles dryly to his manager over espresso. Irony. Storm off a show. Sell out seats. Life's a script I didn't write. Alexandra Grant, his artist partner, sketches nearby. Her abstracts capturing the chaos in swirling charcoals, offering soft counsel. You honored your ghosts. That's the win. Their evenings turn therapeutic. Long walks with rescue dogs under starlit skies. Keanu processing the public peel of his private wounds. Finding catharsis in vulnerability's voluntary surrender. Back east, The View's ratings spike to season highs. Producers popping champagne laced with caution. Whoopi hosting an emergency huddle. We ride this wave, but with waves, not tsunamis. Joy, reflective in rare downtime, journals furiously. Pages filled with regrets and resolve, vowing probe with pillows, not pins. And reaches out privately to Keanu via mutual friends. a handwritten note arriving at his door. Words fail where hearts speak.